Hello guys, welcome to another edition of His School where we will discuss about football and other related topic. Indeed, in today's edition, we'll be discussing about various transfer news that has taken place. The news they are coming thick and fast, and the transfer window is going to end by Friday this week. So everything they are trying to see how they can be able to get their deal done across the line. And before we move forward, I want to say a very big, massive thank you to those that watch the first video I posted. This is actually the first time I'll be doing a double upload since the inception of this channel, and my prayer is that everyone who watched the first video and other videos we've actually been releasing, I said God will definitely bless you in Jesus' name. Amen. So I want you to like the video, share, and also subscribe. Click the bell notification so that you can be notified when next we do any further upload. So let's quickly rush down to the various headlines of today's predictions, because we have quite a lot to cover. Now, the first one we're talking about is from Fabrizio Romano. It said Manchester United opening bid sent to Chelsea for Marc Cucurella after talk revealed 2 days ago. Understand loan fee offer in excess of £2 million. Chelsea wants more. Talk ongoing to make it happen. Cucurella open to joining United since Saturday deal on. Now, we know that Manchester United have an issue with respect to their left back. Luke Shaw is injured, Malasha is injured, and they are trying to see how they can be able to go into the market and see how to strengthen that. And Cucurella is one of the targets that they've rated. But one thing I want to say is that if Chelsea is going to accept just only loan from Cucurella and it comes back to Chelsea, I would say that's not a good deal for Chelsea. If United really feel they need this player, because this is a versatile player, he can play from the left back and he can also play center back. So if Manchester United knows that they need this player so much, definitely they should cough out the field. I don't know what Chelsea is going to be demanding for Cucurella, because whatever field they are going to demand, I'm not sure they can be able to make profit, because Manchester United are not ready to pay anything. I'm not even ready to pay the sign-on fee of $2 million Chelsea paid for Cucurella. So we'll see. Let's just watch the space and see what goes. Now, let's see what Chelsea Dogger said concerning it. He said, Manchester United have submitted a proposal to sign Marc Cucurella on loan from Chelsea. The star from Stamford Bridge side have responded to their Premier League rival, and talks are ongoing. United offer is for an initial loan, and the club are discussing various parameters around that. Now, except Chelsea is going to say that they will be sending Cucurella on loan to Manchester United with an obligation to make this deal a permanent deal, because, well, Chelsea can afford to let go since they have Matson as a cover for Ben Chilwell in that left back, so they are sorted out, so they can let this player go. So I think that that's something that Chelsea should look into. Now let's see what the United stand said. This is a reliable source. It said Chelsea have said to have proposed £7 million loan fee for the season for Marc Cucurella. Now, £7 million, if they are paying this for a loan, then maybe with an obligation of maybe 30 to 35 or 40 million pounds would be a good deal, even though that Chelsea will make a loss for that. But I think that should be something that Chelsea should factor in the course of their discussion. Now, let's move further. According to Fabrizio Romano, he said Manchester United are still discussing internally about best option for new left back. Contact took place today again for Cucurella. Also, Marcos Alonso and Reguilon remains in list. United have also called to ask for condition for a Tagliafico deal, well known by Ten Hag. This is a player that Ten Hag used when he was in Ajax, so we'll see how that space go on to see whichever player that Manchester United will settle for with respect to their left back issue. Now let's talk about other issue. Now, Chelsea Dogger said Chelsea have set a £50 million asking price for Trevor Chalobah. Now, in a video I released earlier on, we talked about Bayern Munich keen on this player, and if Chelsea can get these 50 million pounds for this particular player, I think it's going to be a very fantastic big deal. But if I must be honest, I'll tell you that I'm not sure any team will want to pay this fee for Trevor Chalobah, even though he had Premier League experience, but you never can tell. Let's just see how Chelsea are able to weather the storm, because when it gets to the last day of the summer, a lot of teams make a lot of signing out of pressure, so you never can tell. Chelsea can ride on their luck and get this particular fee, but we'll see how it goes. Now, let's see other news. According to the United Stand, it said breaking: Rafael Varane could be out for up to 6 weeks for Manchester United due to suffering an injury against Nottingham Forest. Now, you see why I said that Manchester United should pay this particular fee for Cucurella, because since Varane is out, except my United fans, I want to tell me, do you really trust that you can bring in your former captain into the team to actually help sort out for the CB? I think Cucurella can do that. They've gone out for 6 weeks. I don't know if that will actually help to trigger Manchester United on how they respond to this injury. Since the season is coming thick and fast, you never can tell. Although kudos to them that part of the 6 weeks is going to be 2 weeks international breaks for them. So we'll see how it goes. Now, let's see other news. Fabrizio Romano said Benjamin Pavard to Inter. Here we go. The green light from Bayern arrived as 30 million euros. Deal plus 2 million euros add-on will be sealed today. Pavard could travel to Milano later today for medical tests and contract signing on Wednesday. A once Inter move, and it is done. Now, there is a fantastic player that Inter Milan will be getting. I was thinking that by default, Manchester United should go for this player since they inquired about him. I think it would have been a better suitable for Manchester United, but kudos to Inter Milan for getting this fantastic player. Now, let's see what the Mail Sport said. It said Chelsea are considering a move for Arsenal midfielder Emily Smith-Rowe, and Barcelona do Rafael Varane and Ferran Torres. Now, all those players that popped up, I don't want Chelsea to go for any of them. Now, I'm not saying these players, they are bad players, but I'm just saying, considering what Chelsea they are looking at, the standard they've set for themselves, I don't think this player can fit him. Smith-Rowe is a good player, but Chelsea, they've upped their standard. And I don't want them to go into panic buy, because this is kind that the last board did when they end up signing people like the Barkley, the Drinkwater, and the Bakayoko. No, these are not the kind of players Chelsea should go for. Varane, yes, he's a good player, but he wanted by Barcelona, so he should go and continue his ties with Barcelona. I don't want, like Pochettino said, whichever player that does not want to be in the team, we don't want them to be in the team. Ferran Torres is a good player, but I don't think it is the profile that Chelsea is looking out for. Now, let's see what Fabrizio said also. He says, exclusive, Nottingham Forest set up bid for Wilfred Ndidi. Proposal talk expected to be submitted soon for Nigeria defensive midfielder as his top target. Understand personal terms have been agreed and negotiation will now start between club. Forest would push to make it happen. Now, indeed, is a fantastic DM. So if Nottingham Forest is going for that, I think that's a good sign for Nottingham Forest to be able to bring some solidity. And you also understand that Nottingham Forest also signed André Santos from Chelsea on loan. So I think that with the blend of Ndidi and Santos, I think that they can help to put some stability and reduce the number of goals they concede. So let's just watch to see how it goes. Yes, the players agree personal terms, but we'll see whatever field that they are going to agree with respect to this player. And I want to say it's a good one for Wilfred Ndidi, leaving Leicester who went to a relegation to come back to the Premier League, because I think that's the standard that we need some of the players to be in. Now, let's see what happened with respect to Roberto Mancini. According to Fabrizio, he said Roberto Mancini has been appointed as new Saudi Arabia national team coach. Contract signed. Mancini resigned 10 days ago from Italy job as he's joining Saudi national team. Now, I think that kudos to Mancini. Yes, he's going to get the money because if I were to be him, why not? You can go there, do that job for maybe 2-3 years, and you come back to Europe because I think Mancini is a fantastic coach. So kudos to Mancini for getting that job. He just resigned 10 days ago, and yes, another one is actually coming. This shows that yes, he has a passion for the game, hence he's not deciding to take in any form of long-term break. He's going in straight into the game. Now let's see also about that of Manchester United new signing. So Manchester United now consider it a buy-in deal D from Fenerbahce on track, working on final details, and then it will be confirmed. Official statements not expected today as there is still some work to be done, but €7 million deal underway. Player in UK since Friday. Now, I had no knowledge about this player, so Manchester United fans, I want your comments if you think you have any knowledge with respect to this player. Yes, they are bringing him as a backup goalkeeper for Onana, if late goal of Henderson, so we'll see how it goes. But sometimes some of those players that does not really have high names, it brings forth less pressure and they can end up doing well, surpassing what they are made to do. But watch that space to see how it goes on for Manchester United. Congrats to Manchester United for that. Now let's see about a particular player, and that's Joao Felix. Now, various reports are coming thick and fast with respect for this particular player. Let's see what Sky Sports said. He said Liverpool are reported by targeting a move for Joao Felix as a potential replacement for Mohamed Salah. Now, the last press statement that club did, he said for Salah deal is not going anywhere because I don't think that Liverpool want to let go of this player because we're getting close to the last stage of the transfer window. Yes, Joao Felix is a good player, but considering the number of goals contribution that Mohamed Salah do for United, I don't think that he can replicate that. So let's see how it goes. But it will be a big loss if Liverpool let go of that particular player. Let's see what PY said. He said Joao Felix is open to a Stamford Bridge return, but Chelsea haven't yet changed their position on him. Now, there's one player that I would have loved Chelsea to get because considering his performance on loan last season, I see that yes, there's some signs on this player that he can actually make it. And I'm so surprised in respect to the potentials that this player have. Why is it that so many teams are not going for this particular player? Atletico Madrid said they don't need him. He said he's bent that he wants to go to Barcelona. Or said, but I think that this is a player. Is it that most coaches are saying that this guy does not have the work rate to put in the defensive shift? Well, we'll see. Let's see what Fabrizio said about it. He said Joao Felix stands remain the same. He wants Barcelona and he's waiting for Barca until Friday, which is the deadline. Now, you waiting for Barcelona. What about if Barcelona decide not to come for you? That's why sometimes it is good for a player to let open their options. Yes, sometimes when they make these public statements, they want to put pressure on the team that they are going for to come for them. But we all understand the financial issues that Barcelona is having. So how can Barcelona be able to cover that particular fee? Because while he was in Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, they were saying they need £80 million for him. And you can see now, no team wants him. Yes, I would have want Chelsea to go for him as a cover until Nkunku comes, but we can see that Pochettino does not really fancy him, and he has said reportedly time without numbers that he wants to go to Barcelona. We will see. We'll wait by Friday. We'll see where he finally ends up. Now, let's talk briefly about the preview between Chelsea and Wimbledon. Now, Vince said something according to what the coach said. He said, AFC Wimbledon boss Johnny Jackson, look, we aren't stupid. If Chelsea turn up and they are on their game, it will be really difficult. It wouldn't be the first time there's been a shock in football. That is what we want to do. That is why we play the game. Now, he understood definitely that if Chelsea turn up, it's going to be a one-way traffic. There's going to be a lot of hammering, but you never can tell. The underlying word, if Chelsea turn up, and they are shocked in football. If Chelsea decide not to, they can actually be shocked by the game. Yes, we'll see the game. It's so unfortunate that Chelsea is playing the second round of the Carabao Cup because they ended 12th position. That's actually something that they should work on going forward. So we'll see about that. So I want your comment with respect to every of this day and tell me which one you're looking up to and which one you think your team should actually go for. Come on, let's go.